I'm happy to be here at this event. This is going to be, I believe, a great event because you have two fighters in here that are they're former world champions, but world champions. I mean, Paulie Malignaggi, definitely flashy, definitely has all the charisma, hand speed, boxing skills. And then you have Juan Diaz, which is definitely a warrior there. Will fight to the end, give his heart out there. And I think it's going to be a tremendous fight. Also, the co-main event, Robert Guerrero. He's been training very hard there in Big Bear. I mean, I'm living proof. I've been there with him training, and so I know that he's ready. And the South African coach assured me that his fight is ready to go and do some and keep his title, keep his world championship title. So seems like a very nice guy. But I'm just happy here. The car is great. The people out here in Texas has been fantastic. I'm just happy to be here and witness a great show.
I mean, the main event is this. I mean, that I believe, can hold any card by itself. I mean, Paulie is today's boxing. You could say Prince, from London, Ahmed and all those guys who had flash, but also had heart and can fight. And I always been a guy that admired him. As I watched him come up in his young career early on. And what I can say about Diaz is this: it's the opposite of what Paulie, style is. And Diaz is one of those throwback guys that's willing to go ahead and do what I haven't done in my career. Not that my career has been not a Hall of Famer. We know what that says. It says the opposite. But he's willing to go in there and fight his style the way he want to fight, and in doing that, it's a high risk fight. It's a high risk stakes that his style brings. But that's exciting to most people in boxing. It's part of boxing, and when you got those two styles that's clashing together and fighting, then you have you got the Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard era. You have Paulie and Diaz era, and that's what we have right now. That's the head of the body is the main event. We all know. But then the co-main event and then the fights after underneath the co-main event is exciting with the young Golden Boy fighters that's on this card. So if you think you are not going to see action unless you come to the co-main event and the main event, then I'm telling you, you're doing yourself a disservice. You have to come when this fight starts from 4:30 or 5 o'clock. You have to come and watch the young talent, the future of boxing, and realize just because it's the future of boxing, it will give you a clear understanding. And when somebody say to you that boxing is boring or boxing is dying, that's because you're coming at the main event. That's because you're coming at the co-main event. But when you come to the fights before those fights, that's what you see is called the future of boxing. It makes sense? Reporters, don't, get out of the buffet line. Again, I'm not trying to beat y'all up. I'm trying to use some humor, but I'm trying to use some realistic. To come and see where boxing stands tomorrow, and next month, and next year, the future, we call it, you have to come see the young talent, whether they're Golden Boy fighters, which is most of them on the card, or whether it's Luther Bella's fighters. You have to come and see the young talent that's going to take boxing into what we call the future. So to all the fighters, fight like you want to prove that you are the next you, or you're the next Bernard Hopkins, or the De La Hoya, or Sugar Shane Mosley. We all pattern our demeanor and what we want to do in boxing by who we admire as we came up. I admire Marvin Hagler, stay in shape at all times. That's who I admire. That's what got me through a lot of things. So the young fighters, whether you're on Golden Boy end or somebody else is in, fight to try to grab their attention to be the next star in boxing. Thank you.
I just want to get to basically my point. We'll already thank my team, and I want to thank everybody involved. Thank HBO especially for this opportunity. After I lost to Ricky Hatton last year, I was in the gym probably about 3 weeks after the fight because I wanted to really get to the bottom and get to know myself in terms of, do I really want to continue to do this or not? And I said, let me go right back in the gym, nobody's going to know about it, and let me see if I change my trainer and just try to, under a new set of circumstances, what happens? I saw Sharif, you know, I'm a new trainer, and we decided to get to work. And I told myself, based on what I see from myself in the gym, I'm gonna decide what's gonna happen. And you know, as time went by, I mean, basically, Sharif just basically re-inculcated a lot of the things that I had in my style already, just hadn't been using, you know? And he added a couple of new wrinkles as well, but I mean, basically, we just went around my strengths, and I believe that's what I should have been doing the whole time. I believe in the past couple of years I got away from doing that, from the things that got me to the top in the first place. I think if anybody saw me fight in 2008, because I know if I'm a stranger and I step outside my own body and see Paulie Malignaggi fight in 2008, I'd be like, how the hell did this guy become world champion? Because I'm that hard on myself, you know. But I know I'm much better than that. I know I was much better than that coming up, and I know I'm much better than that right now. So going back to what I was saying, I've been back in the gym all year, probably since about the third week in December, like I said. And if I've missed about 3 weeks of work in the gym in about those 8 or 9 months, I'd say that's the max. I've been in the gym literally the entire year. I went to the Mayweather Marquez press conference at the Empire State Building in New York City, and Richard Schaefer came up to me. I don't even know if Richard's here right now, but I guess he's not. But you know, he came up to me. He was flanked by Kerry and Ross Greenberg, Kerry Davis and Ross Greenberg of HBO, and basically they asked me if I would be interested in fighting Juan Diaz. I knew the fight would be in Texas, so at the time I was fighting, I was getting ready to fight Alvarado, and I said, you know what, I think Juan Diaz is a great fight for me. Diaz is a good fighter, it would be a great TV fight and all that, but I think under the circumstances that I have right now, even if I would make less money fighting Alvarado, I would get the fight in Jersey. I really don't like to go at anybody's hometown, because I don't feel like being an opponent to anybody. Richard goes, well, what if we get you neutral officials? You know, we can assure you that we'll get you neutral officials and you'll be treated right. I said, listen man, now that sounds great, but I'm committed to the Alvarado fight right now. I said, thanks, but no thanks. Maybe in the future, I hope you guys give me this opportunity again. And, you know, we parted ways, shook hands, everything was a smile, everything was good. Alvarado pulled out a week later. So my team got on their game, got with Golden Boy, we made the fight. Now, I was assured neutral judges. Gail Van Hoy and Raul Caiz Sr. are not neutral judges.
Whoa.
Mr. Cole has promised me a good officiating, so I'm gonna, if I beat Juan Diaz the way I'm thinking I'm gonna do, and I got to get the decision, Mr. Cole, I'm gonna go personally shake your hand. You understand me? I'm gonna personally shake your hand. Okay, as Gail Van Hoy scored the Rocky Warriors Chris John fight a draw a few months back, and so did Raul Caiz Sr. Okay, they both judging my fight. Okay, Raul Caiz, when Victor Ortiz got knocked out in June and turned his back and quit, grabbed him to prevent him from quitting and took him to the doctor and said the cut is too bad. I want to stop. Therefore, protecting the guy from quitting when everybody knew he quit. Okay, so this is Golden Boy's personal golfer. That's why I didn't like that. All right? And going back even more, I could go back even more. 3 years ago, Zaire Rahim boxed the shoes off of Eric Morales. 2 judges scored it, 118, 110. The same judge, Caiz Sr., was scoring that fight also. He was the only one that had it close at 115, 113.
Wow.
So I'm not making stuff up, okay? I'm basing it on the facts, and I'm not making excuses because believe me, I'm ready to fight. Believe me, you have no idea what you're going to see Saturday night, and neither does Juan Diaz. Believe me when I tell you, okay? But I just want to be treated fairly. Mr. Cole has assured me that. So like I said, I'm giving him the thumbs up. I will personally shake his hand when I'm done dealing with Diaz, okay? We're ready for the fight, man. We're ready for Saturday night. Okay, we had a good camp. We're ready. We're more than ready. We're sharp. This all plays into my hands. I wanted this fight. I got this fight. And now it's time to do my work. Thank you.
In my last fight, the circumstances, the outcome wasn't what I expected, but oh well. You know, this is what a lot of boxers have to get through their head in order to keep being successful. It's all in here. It's all a psychological thing. Yeah, we may get knocked out, we might get cut, we might lose here and there, but the most important thing is that, you know, it shows what type of boxer you are when you could come back and become champion once again. And that's exactly what I'm gonna prove to all my fans, to all the Baby Bull fans. I'm gonna show them that, sure, you know, I've lost in the past. I had my first loss a year ago. I lost to a great fighter in my last fight, but here I am against another good fighter. And the reason I accepted the fight against Paulie Malignaggi was because I didn't want to prepare for a tune-up fight. I didn't want to prepare for just a nobody. You know, Paulie Malignaggi is a somebody. He's a ex-world champion, and I don't think that I would have gotten up for the challenge if I was fighting a tune-up. So here I am. I'm a 4-time world champion, 25 years old, just graduated from college. I don't have anything to lose. You know, I have everything to gain, and that's why I've been working so hard in the gym and just giving it everything I got. And this is what does the talking for me, and this is what's gonna take me to become one of the best world champions in boxing history. Thank you, Houston.